happy Monday. I am going to be sharing with you guys one of my favorite recipes, tilapia with corn and quinoa mix. This is really, really easy, so yummy, and pretty fast. So, it requires very few ingredients. So I have tilapia here, some frozen corn. I'm going to get my quinoa. Let me grab my quinoa. Hold on one second. Sorry, bear with me. Hold on. Sorry, quinoa. Huh. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Not a quinoa. Hold on. Okay. Dang. Okay. Well, this is a fail. I'm out of quinoa, but rest assured I have a backup. Okay, so typically I like to make this with quinoa. I thought I had some here, but I'm completely out, which is rarely happens. So instead, I'm going to use a quinoa and brown rice microwave package. You can definitely cut corners on this recipe by using a microwave, either just quinoa, that's obviously faster, or like if I, have a minute earlier in the day, I'll make the quinoa ahead and it's already fluffed up and ready to go, and then it makes making a breeze. I do like the quinoa better than the brown rice mix, just because it kind of like makes it like it's a lighter base because the quinoa has smaller kernels. So that takes one thing off my plate for today. So it's fine, we'll do this. I'm gonna microwave this, but I'm gonna wait till the end to microwave that. I'm gonna put my pan away. So, okay, so if you were making your quinoa, you're putting it in your, oh, I put the wrong one away. You're putting it in your pot, and you're gonna do double the amount of water, and you're gonna bring it to a boil. Then once the water starts, you add the quinoa, at 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of water, bring it to a boil. Once it starts boiling, drop it to a simmer till it's completely cooked and all the water is absorbed, and it should be light and fluffy. Okay, so that's what you want your quinoa to look like. So since I don't have the quinoa, I'm saving that stuff out of the microwave. Okay, so next I have corn here. I'm going to spray my pan with some avocado oil spray. And then I'm going to add 1 cup of frozen corn in here. And I'm going to bring it to like medium high. And just start to let that kind of warm up and cook through on the pan, okay? So we're making a corn and quinoa mix that I'm going to add to my bowl. Once they both are cooked, I'm going to do 3 limes. Add some onion powder, garlic powder, cilantro, salt, pepper. That's going to be the mix, okay? So I'm going to turn that back on. And then I'm going to take my front pan and turn that on to medium high. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Turn this on. Okay, so for my front pan, I'm going to add some avocado oil. And this is what we're going to be making the tilapia with. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add avocado oil spray. I already washed my hands. I'm taking the tilapia here. I have 2 pieces. And I'm going to put them right here on my paper towel. So I'm going to salt and pepper generously each of these on both sides. So that's it, just salt and pepper, nice and simple. And then I'm going to put them in the pan and let them cook for about 4 minutes on each side till they're nice and no longer kind of translucent but opaque, that like white color. So I'm going to get my little splatter screen. So this is going to cook a lot faster than planned. There's my splatter screen. Oh, somebody else must have put that away. Oh, I see. Yes. Exciting. Okay. Alright, you guys. So, salt and pepper. Here we go. We were doing a little tennis ball with a fan earlier, so, tennis ball, oh my gosh, pickleball. So that's why I'm dressed appropriately. Lots and lots. And then I have the Baja Gold. If you guys are watching me at all, you know that the Himalayan salt. Turns out it's actually not one of the healthiest. So I have the Baja Gold salt. Okay. And generous on each side. All right, I'm gonna take this. Do I want longer tongs? Yes, I do. I'm gonna take this, and once I put it down, I'm gonna just kind of smear it. Smear it or smear it? What do we think? In the oil, and then add more salt and pepper. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna smear. Never mind. I'm not going to smear, I'm going to put it straight on. I'm going to skip the smear so it cooks nice and evenly. You want to shake my corn around. Okay, now I'm going to add a little spray to the top and then salt and pepper. Alexa, timer 4 minutes. Okay, so you guys, this is going to be like less than 10-minute dinner. It's really, really fast. Alright, so the corn is cooking. I'm going to add my microwave packet in just a second. I feel like it seems like I wasn't well prepared for this, but I thought I had my quinoa ready. Okay. So, there we go. Good, good. Okay. Next, microwave. So, excuse me, 1 sec, 90 seconds to go. Okay, so while those are going, I think I really need my splatter spinner in this case. I'm going to cut my limes in half. So, a couple things here. When I'm topping this, I either use Primal Kitchen cilantro dressing. I prefer to obviously avoid seed oils. So like Trader Joe's has a cilantro dressing, but it has seed oils in it, which causes inflammation. And we know that inflammation is linked with all those nasty life-threatening diseases like heart disease, diabetes, yada yada. So I like this. You can also make your own cilantro dressing, and I have that linked in my website, which is linked in my bio. But for tonight, to make it fast, I'm gonna use this. I also like to kind of add water sometimes to thin this out. I have one more jar of this, so I'm kind of low. So we're gonna do that. There we go. And then, because it comes out pretty thick, so sometimes I'll add a little water to thin it out. And then, really, the superstar of this recipe is that I like to add a little creme fraiche on top. It's so luxurious tasting, it's delicious. However, if I were on a weight loss journey, I would skip the creme fraiche because it's obviously very high in fat and calories. And you can do Greek yogurt on top. The Greek yogurt I love Greek yogurt for a sub for like sour cream. It's creamy, it's delicious. It's that nice blend of like the warm food with the cold on top. It works just as well. Okay, so I'm going to mix this. Ooh, the topping. I'm gonna do a little over a cup. On my website I say a cup, but I'm gonna do a little more. And it looks like my corn is pretty cooked through, especially since it's popping out of the pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this next. Okay. All right. So this. Here we go. Okay. The juice of 3 limes. It depends on your lime size. Sometimes I use more. I use less. I like to kind of taste it as I go to check. So I'm going to do this. It tells my timer. I'm switching my fish over in 4 seconds. So I'm going to get ready for that. And use my little fish thing. It helps make sure that it doesn't crumble when it flips. So hopefully this is not too hot. Okay. Damn it. It's sticking a little bit. Usually I cook this in the cast iron skillet. Today I chose to do the hex clad. It's sticking quite a bit. The hex clad, this is nice because it's supposed to be like a non-stick and stainless steel in one. But my fish is a little sticky. Alright, flip. There you go. Okay. So you can see it's like nice and crispy. Alexa timer off. Alexa timer 4 minutes. Okay.
4 minutes.
Here we go, back to this. And then for my kids, I mean, I try to give them a little bit of what we're eating, just like deconstructed. So I would give them the rice, I would give them the corn. I always give them the fish to try. And then I have like a backup in case they don't eat that. Okay, so I'm going to do a tablespoon of the onion powder and garlic powder here. There we go. More merrier. And then some cilantro. They're one of my favorites, guys, and it's that fast. So I started doing these videos because I have a lot of clients who don't cook. And like they don't know how to cook, they don't really want to know how to cook. But I find like cooking relaxing and I enjoy it, meditative. We obviously know that it's better for my family by giving them a home cooked meal. And I just feel like it's like this beautiful energy transfer. Knowing I'm doing something good for my family. And it doesn't, like these meals can be so easy and simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up really good. Then I'm going to add, I keep saying that I'm going to, sorry. I'm going to add some cilantro. Here we go. So, what am I doing? 2, 2, 2. I like a lot of cilantro, so I don't worry about taking the leaves off. I use like the stems. I just cut it up really, really well. We're almost done. Children in the pantry. Who's in the pantry? Tiny for me. Okay, guys, we are almost done. Alright, I did a lot. That was probably like 3 tablespoons, maybe. Mixed up really good. Okay, so I'm going to add this to my plate. For my base. This here. Yes. Sis, is that you or Smith? I'm not answering.
It's me.
Okay, what are you getting?
I just gave you a juice box.
A juice box? Okay, that's my big. Okay, there we go.
No, well, it's Smith.
Oh, it's Smith? Doesn't sound like Smith. Are you tricking me?
Yes, I am.
Don't so. Okay, got that. This. I like to clean up as I go, so we grab a little here. Okay. Okay. Ah! Just wiping here. I have about 48 seconds left. How are we doing, guys? Good? Okay. Okay. Dinner is almost served, so yes, forks, knives, and okay, here we go. We are almost done. So I always give Bryce a little bit more. This is his, this is mine. And our fish looks nice and crispy. So I'm going to go ahead and put it. Okay. Alright, you guys, so I have that there. Maybe do a little extra lime juice perhaps on top. And then cilantro dressing. Bruce doesn't really like the creme fraiche like I do. I think he's nuts. What's not to like? I'm gonna add a little water to this to just mix it up here. Thin it out. So brand new bottle. It's like the reminds me of the shake weight. Okay. Yeah. I hope a little bit. Look at that. I'm telling you, I love this it's so delicious. Got that. I'm gonna do. Let's see, just do. Oh, I'm dripping. Damn it. Sorry, I gotta pick it up. Where did that go? Here. Okay. And creme fraiche on top. Yum, yum, yum. Come to mom. There we go. And a little cilantro. And then we're done. Okay. Ready. Some fruits here. Let's turn my fan off. The good news is that I didn't make the fire alarm go off. It's always a win, folks. Alright, I'm gonna cut this here. So I can give you guys an up close and personal. Okay. Ready? Here we go. Okay. See? Oh, who is meowing? It's Animal's house, here, I'm telling you. This is Bryce's milk and fresh. Okay, and that's it. Alright guys, dinner is served. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys find this helpful, please comment, like, share. Let me know or I will not continue to do them. And